Good evening, everybody. My name is Madison Norton, and today we're going to be talking to you about whether or not assisted suicide should be legal. I want you to think about a person that is very close to you and very dear to you. Now imagine yourself put in a position where that friend comes to you and tells you that they are not only terminally ill, but they are thinking about going to a physician and having it to where they assist them in suicide. How would that make you feel? Assisted suicide is when a terminally ill patient goes to a doctor and they are injected with a lethal drug that puts them to sleep and then stops their breathing. Now, before I get into further depth and information about why it should stay illegal, I'm going to show you a video explaining the main reasons why it is illegal today.
Worth living. 8 reasons why assisted suicide should not be legal. Number 1. Assisted suicide puts pressure on vulnerable people. Giving people the choice to end their lives creates pressure for them to choose death. Where assisted suicide is legal, one reason people choose to die is because they feel they are a burden on others. In Washington State in 2018, 51% of people who were killed by assisted suicide said that being a burden on family, friends, and caregivers was a reason to end their lives.
Number 2, disabled people reject assisted suicide. Not one disability group has spoken publicly in support of legalising assisted suicide. In fact, disabled people have spoken out strongly against it. The Reclaiming Our Futures Alliance, ROFA, is a national alliance of disabled people's groups and individuals. In 2015, at the time of the Maris Bill, which sought to legalise assisted suicide, ROFA put out this statement: "We are opposed to the legalisation of assisted suicide. It will remove equality and choice from disabled people and further contribute to our oppression."
Like it was said in the video, assisted suicide is illegal, mostly because it is against what healthcare workers go to school for. When you become a healthcare worker and you go into the profession of being a healthcare worker, your job is to primarily save lives and to help people. Assisted suicide is when a physician goes against what they went to school for and against code to take the life of a patient and an innocent person. Now, I believe that it should remain illegal. For myself, because I am a nursing major, I know that what I'm signing up for is to help people, not to take their lives. Also, like when it was said in the video, is that a lot of it has to do with the mental aspect of it all. A terminally ill patient feels like they are a burden to people and a burden to their loved ones. That is one reason why they want to take their lives. They feel as though if they take their lives with assisted suicide, they will no longer be a burden to their families, which, if you know, is not true at all. It will only make the pain a lot more intense for the family member. An example of how assisted suicide is a mental aspect is because when you look at oncology patients and assisted suicide, a lot of the nurses that deal with the oncology patients say that with the proper care and the proper techniques and making the patient feel more comfortable, it helps decrease the depressed state of the patients. Now, when a nurse or a doctor is offering a patient another way out by saying that assisted suicide is an option, they are basically agreeing with the patient, saying that, yes, you are a burden to your family. Therefore, that kind of guides the patient to go more towards assisted suicide, even though that may not truly be what they want. They're looking at it as an easy way out for their family. In conclusion, I believe, and I firmly believe, that assisted suicide should be illegal still. It should not be legalized. Only because a lot of the cases of family members and patients going the route of assisted suicide is because they are mentally depressed and they feel as though they are a burden to their families. They don't want their families to be burdened with taking care of them or watching them suffer. I believe that if they are given the proper care, like the nurses are saying with the oncology patients, that they will want to live their life out until it is time for them to go naturally, rather than for them to take their life in a way that no physician should be given the right to help assist a patient taking their life, especially when they come into the medical field in order to help save the life of their patients. Thank you for listening on my speech tonight. Y'all have a great night.